What's up guys, it's Apollo here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a two-part new series that I'm going to be beginning today. The name of this series is What If Naruto Was a Half Human and Half Beju? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and as well as my own idea. Now before continuing this, I will be also uploading a short story on my second channel, so stay tuned for that and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And I apologize for not uploading yesterday. It's because it was so hot yesterday. I could barely sit in my gaming room. Currently it only has one fan which you can barely hear in the background. It doesn't consist of any AC. I shifted once more and it was the worst decision in my life, and now I'm regretting it because as I am recording this I'm sweating bullets. And aside from that, yeah, it's quite warm here. What about your weather? I mean, wherever you are, and how was your days going? I mean, mine, well, not so great. Aside from that, moving on, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins in the 4th Hokage's apartment, a few months before the Kyuubi attack, as we go there to see that the wife of the 4th Hokage, Kushina Uzumaki, was resting on the couch and her belly was bloated, meaning that she was pregnant. And her husband, Minato Namikaze, who has taken a few days leave to cater to his wife, was currently cooking lunch for both of them. As Kushina, who was watching TV and yawning, suddenly fell asleep. As instead of opening her eyes up in the dreamland, she opened her eyes in front of a huge cage. As instead of huge red eyes with slits greeting her, it was a feminine figure that stood there, that had a sorrowful expression on her face, and that face resembled hers. As her eyes narrowed, "What kind of prank is this, you monster? Why do you have my face?" "I don't know. I always had this, I guess, ability to transform into someone who I wanted to be. That is why I was able to exist amongst you humans for so long. Enough of that. What do you want from me? Let me rest, okay? Leave me alone." "Listen, Kushina. It is about your child. What have you done?" said Kushina. She slammed her fist against the bars as Kyuubi on the other side just stood there, didn't even flinch. "Listen. Something happened. Something weird. The child, when it was a fetus, it even absorbed my chakra. And what? Have you hurted him? I swear to God, if you have, I will kill you or find a way to do so. That much you can believe upon." "Calm down, you red-headed baboon. Let me finish," said the female Kyuubi now. "Listen, that child, I don't know how it happened, but that fetus absorbed my chakra, and I stumbled upon the child, okay? Because the fetus continuously absorbed my chakra from that day onwards, bit by bit. Turns out, like you, I'm also becoming a mother." "What? What do you mean? Is this even possible?" "No, it is not. We are beings of chakra. We don't have any gender. And we can take shapes and forms in any other gender or any other form that we want. But this is something new. Something that not even I or even the sage would have thought of." "How can you say that?" "I just know, okay?" said the beju. "So, what is this being that you're saying is going to be born? Is it a beju as well?" "Yes, but that beju is your child as well." "Wait, what?" said Kushina, as she finally gathered her thoughts and connected the dots. "Wait, you mean my child is the one that is also your child? The one that I had with Minato? I'm sorry, look, I didn't mean to do this. It happened on its own, okay? Without even my intentions or noticing, it happened. Whether you like it or not, that child is also mine, Kushina. And this much I can promise you. Anything happens to this child, I will burn this village down alongside you too. You better believe that." As Kushina for the first time felt chills run down her spine, because in front of her didn't stood a beju who was mindless animal. It was a mother who could literally destroy anything in its path to get the surety that her child will be safe. "Fine. Good. Good. I'll make sure nothing happens to him. As now we see, Kushina was about to leave as the beju then said, "Wait, what? Tell Minato about this as well." "What? But he is a father, right? He has every right to know about this." "I didn't mean to hide anything from you. I was trying to get in contact with you because of this damn seal that you have switched to. It was harder for me to find a way." "I see. I will tell him then." "Good. Now leave." As now we see, Kushina opened up her eyes in the real world with a jolt as she gasped for air. "Kushina," said a voice as she looked towards that direction to see that it was her husband, who looked worried. "You were panting heavily. Is everything alright? Are you and Naruto-kun both fine?" "Minato, everything is fine. I need to talk to you about something. Something happened." "Okay, what is it?" "Alright. But promise me you will not tell this to anyone and this will stay between us two." Okay. Promise." As after that, Kushina revealed everything to Minato, as Minato's eyes were now so wide that they could literally pop out of their eye sockets. As he stumped down right beside her. "Oh my god. This is a lot to take in, Kushina. So, Naruto is not only our child, but also the Kyuubi's child, and he's a half beju and half human." "Yes, basically that is the gist of it," said Kushina, who was also still shocked and flabbergasted that really happened. It wasn't just a stupid dream of hers. How she wished it was. "Oh no. What if the people find out? They're gonna kill the kid," said Minato. No. They wouldn't do that, would they?" Minato was talking to himself, trying to decipher the possibilities that could occur in the future. If the birthing process doesn't take place within the village, there might be a high chance that we might be targeted outside. But if it is taken within, there is a high capability that the Kyuubi might break free. The Kyuubi said that it won't, and we need to conduct this operation in a much better facility, as well as under much better protection. You know what, Kushina? That is correct. But can I talk with Kyuubi? Alright. As Kushina then handed over the, control to Kyuubi, as Kushina's eyes turned red, as 3 whisker marks, which were thick, appeared on her face. "What do you want to talk about, Minato?" "So, what she said is it true?" "Yes. Surprisingly, it is. But let me tell you this much. Whether I wanted or did not wanted this child, I am going to have it. And nobody's gonna rip that child away from me or Kushina." "Wait, what? What do you mean? Weren't you supposed to be, against her?" "Normally I would be, against all of you ninjas, but this one is an exception. Because she is gonna bear not only hers but my child as well and bring it into this world. So you better keep it under well protection." "So that means that we need to tell..." "I know. Only tell Hiruzen Sarutobi, because from what I have seen, he is the only one who is the most trustable amongst that bunch. Not even your friends." "Okay. Just a question. What is it?" "Do you think there's a possibility of Naruto having any sort of, Minato couldn't find his words as Kyuubi then said, "My features?" "Yes, sorry about that. Since I am also his mother, there might be a high possibility that he possesses both mine and Kushina's features, alongside yours." "Okay. Well, that is one thing that we need to look into. Aside from that, any sort of abilities that we should be wary of?" "Yes, the flames that I can throw, and my strength. Maybe he can possess more strength than me, or maybe similar to mine, since he is my child as well." "Okay. I will talk to him then, and inform him about this." "Alright, Minato, and listen carefully. You should do this in a well-protected area only, because there's a high chance that the other villages, if they find out about this, they are not gonna let this slide, and they are gonna take this as a chance and advantage to get back at you and hurt you where it hurts the most." As that is when Minato understood. The Kyuubi didn't want it because it was her child, but it also wanted to make sure that both Kushina and Naruto was protected as well, alongside, well, from outer threats. As now we see, Minato agreed, and after that, some time passed, and the time and date of Kushina going into labor came near. And as it was going on, QB and Kushina's well bond began to grow stronger and tighter than ever before because both of them were mother of only one child. And QB from her eyes would allow Kushina to see how the baby was. And in Kushina's eyes, it was perfect. Perfect to the last minute details. As now we see, it was finally October 10th and nighttime, and Kushina went into labor in Konoha's hospital. The room that was being operated at was guarded with not only Konoichis of Anbu caliber as well as Jonin caliber as well from within, and the shinobis of Anbu and the other calibers were standing outside. More than 200 shinobis were deployed that day, and the rest were, well, doing their patrol runs. And as for Hiruzen, he himself was present there alongside with Jiraiya, who was quite interested in this child's birth, since it was going to be his godchild and a first human and beju hybrid. And the Toads as well were interested. So the Elder Toad's mind power were also there. And let's just say, not only them, Tsunade also arrived alongside with her assistant Shizune. Because this was regarding her clan's matter, because she also belonged to the Uzumaki clan. And by default, since she was the eldest, she was the one who was the clan head. As now we see, both of the, well, Sanins were pacing left and right as Hiruzen stood there. Both of you, calm down, okay? Everything is gonna go fine. We are all here, and many of the shinobis are deployed. You don't understand, Sensei. This could be either catastrophic or something that could be a blessing in disguise. Don't worry. I think it will be a blessing, and not in disguise, Jiraiya. You don't need to worry about anything. What I am worrying about, Sensei, here is Kushina and the health of the baby. Are you sure that Bibaku-sama will be able to handle this? Kushina is far more stronger than you think, and Bibaku is more than capable of doing this. Tsunade, you don't need to worry about this. Any of this. We have been through this over and over again for the past half an hour. Geez, Sensei, I'm still worried. Then there's nothing I can do about your worry. We all are. As now we see, after a few moments of pacing back and forth, a child's cry was heard, as all of them paused for a bit. And now we see something thumped down to the ground, and instantly they dashed inside to see that Naruto was currently in the hand of a masked person, and Bibaku and the rest were on the ground. Possibly alive, but still, they were knocked out. As Minato was standing there, Kushina looked quite tired, but something interesting happened. Kushina's body, which was weakened, bursted out in red chakra as Kyubito, "Hand over my child," said the beju, as it dashed towards the masked person and slashed it across the chest, and with a stomp of a kick on the chest, threw it so far outside of the building that he landed almost outside of the village. And as for the child, it was inside her arms. As now we see, the rest of the Anbus were launched towards the guy, but he escaped, and they were searching for him. As now we see, Tsunade got back to check on Kushina and the others to see that everything was fine. As the QB was still there, because one of Kushina's eyes, even if she has awoken, remained the same as it was when she attacked. QB-san, everything is under control. No. Even with this much security, that person came here, and I know that person. What? How do you... That person is Madara Uchiha. What? Said Hiruzen, as he was shocked when he heard these words. Madara, but he's dead. He was killed by... I know what I saw. You all saw that. He had a Sharingan. But he could be any other Uchiha, Minato said. That Sharingan belonged to Madara. Either he is Madara or someone who has possessed his power now, which is both terrifying and dangerous. As now we see, they all gulped. As an envoy arrived, Hokage-sama, Hiruzen-sama, the council has gathered, and they want to know about what happened here, the incident, and the huge surge of Kyubi's chakra that was released within the village as well. As now we see, Minato then looked at everyone and nodded. We will be there. Alright. As after that, half an hour later, we see when everything was sorted out and the man was still being found, Minato arrived there. As the civilian, shinobi, and the elders arrived there. As behind Minato stood Jiraiya and Tsunade, and on Uzumaki Namikaze clan had seated Kushina as well, and Hiruzen took his seat right beside Minato. This meeting is in session, said Minato. Hokage-sama, first of all, congratulations to you and Kushina-chan for a beautiful, healthy boy. But we would like to know what happened. Kushina, you said that it was dangerous for a Jinchuriki to went into labor. I presume that it happened because... No, said a different voice, as they all noticed that Kushina had one red eye. It happened because I was enraged. What? Hokage-sama, what is the beju? Listen to me, you foolish humans. I'm gonna say this only once. This child and Kushina, both of them are under my protection. If anyone tries to mess with them, even from someone within, no matter who he is, I will tear them to shreds. As all of them then sensed the huge amount of killer intent that was revealed by the QB. As after Minato then said, enough, please, let us handle this. Fine, do what you must. As Kushina then said, it was a masked person. He had possessed Madara's Sharingan. As this caused Fugaku and everyone's eyes, even the elders' eyes to go wide. What? Kushina, are you sure? I can never be mistaken. That Sharingan was Madara's, and some random person, possessed his powers now. This is both dangerous. What are we gonna do about this, Hiruzen? Said Danzo. We gotta capture this person alive and interrogate how he found it. Such a dojutsu. Now Danzo had other thoughts aside from that. He wanted to get his hands on those Sharingan, because if the QB was afraid of it, they must be strong. Stronger than the legends that he has heard and seen when he was younger. Much more stronger. And he was gonna achieve them and use them to rule over Konoha and the rest of the world, overthrowing Minato. And this charade that was going on from Hiruzen onwards. That it must be done, Fugaku said. We need to know who this person is and how did he get his hands on Madara's Sharingan and body, because it is buried in the Uchiha shrine. We need to go and check. I'm sorry if we are defiling the shrine or anything, Fugaku, but we need to check if, Madara is there or not. Tomorrow we go. Alright. As after that, the meeting was adjourned after minor damages and fixes and left and right, back and forth. As now we see the next morning, the council, which was consisting of elders and clan heads, arrived at the Uchiha shrine at the other side of the Uchiha clan compound, where Fugaku and Itachi and Shisui were, alongside some of the other Uchihas. And once the grave was dug, it was empty. As Itachi said, it's empty. There's nothing inside. As Fugaku fell down to his knees, and so did everyone Uchiha, who was shocked. No. But those who were much more in shock were none other than the elders. It can't be. All those damn years. And he wasn't even here. For how long? From the looks of it, he was never here to begin with, said Fugaku himself. But how can this be? How can they allow this to happen? We need answers. Answers we do need, but who can give them? The only elder that we had has perished. Damn it! Damn it all! The new council doesn't know anything about this matter as well. We all thought Madara was buried here, but it seems like he wasn't. Wait, then what if it was Madara? Said Minato. Madara? Even if he was that man, Madara? No, I don't think so, because he would have been too old. Over 100 years old, at least. Think about it. Hiruzen-sama, everyone. Madara had the ultimate dojutsu. As Fugaku mentioned, it was Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, I believe. Yes. And that is the final step to achieve the Rinnegan. And Rinnegan has immortality capabilities. What if he achieved Rinnegan and then became immortal? That is a possibility. I mean, think about it. The way he fought at the Valley of the End with the first Hokage, the trauma induced at him was more than enough to awaken the Rinnegan, in my theory, said Minato, as everyone was shocked. Wait, then if it is true, then Madara is very much alive. Yes, said Minato. and he's out there hunting down Beijus once more, and God knows what he wants to do with them. As now we see, everyone returned back, as Minato finally returned home where Kushina was seated. And the QBE, well, it has subsided for the time being, as Kushina was spending time with her newborn as much as she could. As after that, years went by like the blink of an eye, as Naruto reached at the age of 12. And during these years, Naruto's strength only continued to grow, ever so on. And Minato and Kushina, alongside with Kyuubi, came to an agreement, and Kyuubi was allowed to stay in a clone form of Kushina, with her features to spend time in physical world with her son as well, because Naruto was also her son, and Kushina didn't want it to hog over all the attention, and Kyuubi was grateful ever so ever for that. And after that, Kyuubi also spent time with Naruto. Naruto grew up with two mothers who taught him survival as well as basic things of how to survive in the shinobi world. And not only that, his parents soon after had another kid. This time it was a sister. It was around his 10th birthday when they broke the news, and Naruto was, let's just say, happy. More happy than ever, because he was finally going to be a big brother. And soon after, 1 year later, his little sister came into play. Now both Kyuubi and the parents were shocked, since they were quite sure that what happened to Naruto might happen to, Mito as well, but that wasn't the case. So what made Naruto special? And they just left it at that, in a mystery. And as for Naruto, today was a special day, since he reached at the age of 13, and because of the continuous and rigorous training that he has been doing for the past, 8 to 10 years, he was now finally going to begin his shinobi career. As currently we see him sleeping, as a woman was heading upstairs to wake him up. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this part of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my second channel as well. And stay tuned for part 2. It will be uploaded tomorrow. It's just that I'm going to be uploading a short story as well on my second channel today. So yeah, I'm gonna take things easy, as I mentioned before. Now without any further ado, let's end the video here. This is Apollo, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!